I know I'm supposed to make another video for making motion, but I want to make this video first. I'm going to be teaching you today how to diagnose an Arduino Nano to find out exactly what's wrong with it and to find out if you can still use it. If you're wondering why I decided to make this video, it's pretty simple. I was working on making motion too. To be honest, this entire day I've been working on it, and I made a few fatal mistakes that I'm worried could have caused my Nano to fry. So I performed some steps that I usually do to diagnose these boards to see if they're still okay and if I can still use them. And today I'm going to be teaching them to you. Alright, so this is a suspicious Arduino Nano. I'm not sure if it's okay. So the very first test that you have to do is to plug it in via USB to a laptop. If the light shines, you're good. This test confirms that the Arduino can accept power via USB at least, and it's still functional. It's not completely dead. We'll move on with more testing. And once it's functional again, you can upload this code, which I'll include in the video description or in a pinned comment, so check both of them. And then you can open your serial monitor and see if this line, hello Nano, and some numbers are printing. So this code tells me that most functions of the Arduino is okay. I can upload code to the Arduino and it can communicate via serial monitor. So that's fine. And the next thing we need to test is the digital and analog pins. So we'll do that. So the next test is going to be testing all of the Arduino's analog pins. This is the one I'm most worried about because this is where I screwed up. You upload this code, which again will be in the description or in a pinned comment, depending what's available, probably both. And you can see a bunch of values here printing. I'm going to full screen the IDE so it's easier. And you can see it says pin all the way from 0 to 7. We're reading the values from it. Each of these have values even though nothing is connected. But don't worry, that's an okay sign. These analog pins, they anyhow do take something. Like they have noise. Now over on Arduino IDE, ignore this, it's just there on the breadboard, you don't need it. We take the potentiometer and we connect one end of the potentiometer to the Arduino's 5-volt power supply. Then we connect the other leg, the middle leg of the potentiometer to the Arduino's analog pin. Right now I'm going to choose analog pin 0. And then we take the final last leg of the potentiometer and we connect it to ground. This is ground. Now I've connected it to pin 0, analog pin 0, and if you observe this, you can see that while everything else is 0 point something, if I turn the potentiometer way up, pin 0 becomes 5. Everything else is less than that, which is a good sign. Now, to test the other pins, simply unplug it and then plug it into A1. Now you can see analog pin A0 remains about the same, but A1 is 5. And like that, you can go on for every single one of the pins and test thoroughly to make sure all of them are okay. Next, you want to test the digital pins. So that you're going to upload this code, again in the description or in the pinned comment. So we're going to upload it. Now, for this next test, we're going to be testing the digital pins. So to do that, I'm going to be using this tiny buzzer. So you can really use anything else that accepts output from digital pins, but I'm going to be using the buzzer. So yeah, I'll get you on that. So you connect one end of the buzzer to ground and the other end in a wire, and then you connect this end to D13 with the code. You wait for a while. If you hear a beep, that pin's good. Connect to 12, wait. If you hear a beep, that's good. And just keep repeating this process for every single pin. Don't stress if you don't hear the beep until about a minute has passed. Then that pin's probably dead. Remember though, just because your Arduino passed these tests, it doesn't mean that it's completely fine. If you still think it's damaged, it might be worth to inspect it under load, because sometimes the Arduino works perfectly fine when you're connecting small things like LEDs or buzzers, but when you're trying to drive multiple servos, it can fail due to damaged components. So yeah, just don't take this as an absolute guarantee, but it's a good way of seeing if the digital pins and analog pins are fine.